Guruji, this question has been asked by Nehal from California. Respected Gurudev, just the previous Sunday, you provided wonderful insights on love and relationships. In the same context, I have a question as to why modern man has become so incapable of love and what can be done about it. Thank you.
Nehal ji, why we have become incapable of love? In fact, love can be described as a totally spontaneous phenomena. You cannot do anything about it. The more you try to do something about it, you miss love. The only thing you can do is you can allow it to happen, because love is only a happening. Our century is the most efficient century in the dimension of doing, and we have turned everything into technology. Today people have started talking of technology in the field of spirituality also, though it sounds highly ridiculous. But in the dimension of not doing, we have lost all our riches. And it is not in the case of love only. In case of everything that cannot be done, we have become incapable of doing, like meditation, like prayer, like playfulness, like joy, like happiness. We cannot do them. They are just happenings. And so we have become incapable of them. On the contrary, if you really want to experience love, you have to let yourself go. You are not needed for the growth of love. Your presence is the only hindrance. When you are not, only in that situation love happens. So it is because of your inability to be absent that you have become incapable of love. Modern man has developed a strange temperament. He wants to possess anyone and anything, but he is not ready to be possessed by anyone or anything. In fact, you can be master of things, you can be master of commodities, you can be master of objects, but you cannot be master of happenings. Love is a happening. Man wants to possess money. Money can be possessed, but love cannot be possessed. Persons cannot be possessed. That is why a very strange thing has started happening. And that is, people have started turning persons into things, turning persons into objects. If two persons love each other, no one can become the master. Neither the lover can become the master, nor the beloved can be master. And for possessing each other, the lover becomes the husband and the beloved becomes the wife. But when they become love and wife, they no more remain persons, they become objects, they become commodities, and then any experience of love between the two is impossible, and that is why man has become incapable of love. Hence, possessiveness or the attitude to possess has killed love, and that is why man has become incapable of love. Never thinks in terms of possessing each other. Rather, think in terms of being possessed by the other. Allow yourself to be possessed by your lover and allow yourself to be possessed by your beloved. In that situation, you will experience true love, and this is the only way that you can become capable of love. The secret of love, the secret of prayer, the secret of devotion stands to be the great longing of being possessed by the higher force, by the higher entity. Until and unless this shift from possessing to the state of being possessed by the life partner, love is impossible. Therefore, surrender, the sense of surrender is the most important factor responsible for capability of true experience of love. Without the capacity to surrender, love is impossible. This is the fundamental reason. Some other reasons are also important. Another reason is too much emphasis on intellect. Modern education has been totally focused on developing the intellect, and therefore the dimension of the heart has been totally neglected, and the net consequence of this approach has been our heads have grown, but our heart has remained neglected. It has not been trained even the least, and therefore love, being the dimension of the heart, has remained totally neglected, and the experience of love has become totally impossible. The head has been allowed to dominate the heart, and in this domination, head has killed the heart. Thirdly, ego creates barrier. Love means losing yourself into the other, dispensing and dissolving into the other. Love means melting, mingling, and merging into the other. In fact, love is a death, and it is a death of the ego. Be ready to die every moment, and I promise you, you will experience life and you will experience love in abundance. Be ready to die every moment, and I promise you will have life and you will have love in abundance, and thereby you will become capable of love. Thank you.